going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of DIN Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. Alpha Clinic Online is the go-to place for you to be able to go pick whatever it is that, for you not pick, I was looking up a randomizer so we can have this.
Do you want to get that tonight or tomorrow? Because I guess I'm missing a couple of members because of late night.
I did tell them we were going to go later. Yeah, we might need to push it to what's today? Wednesday? Push it to Friday. Give people some time. But anyways, it's the we gotta go. All right. Sorry, Alpha Clinic Online gives you everything. Basically, gives you health, gives you life, living more abundantly, all kinds of different stuff. Is it going? Okay, yeah, it's going. All right. It was tripping on my end. People texting me as though. We had a pretty full day today, so I guess we'll just go start off with housekeeping. We went weeks not being able to get 10, and we got 10 in a day. So like now we were going where we were churning out like 250 a day or some craziness like that. We were like the beginning of this year, we went from I believe like 3,000 to over 5,000 relative between January and then I think right after Valentine's Day is when everything slowed down. We've been stuck in this little rut for quite some time. But my pockets thank y'all. There go there's got Chris in there in house. But yeah, so appreciate y'all. We got to 6,000. George made the announcement on our on a show that we had earlier, but then for some reason YouTube took 2 of them away, and then now they're giving me back more. So we're at 6,005. We're at 3,995 away from giving a pair of season tickets away. Now, with that, each time we hit 1,000 subscribers, we do a giveaway. But y'all can do that. If y'all are doing that, that means we're doing some really good things moving forward. But we got some FSU content up there. We have a practice overview or a recap of day one. They were out at Jaguar Stadium, and it was fun. It was a good spirited practice. Jarian Jones was out there, as well as I forgot the other. Ronald Darby was there. Tomorrow we'll be back at UNF. We'll have some cool things going on. We'll have I think Trey will be with me. We're gonna hang out with him a little bit more, and then I have my senior. Basically, once I leave the house, it's gonna be a crazy day. So, yeah. That's that right there. Let's go to the next thing. This was, we got a football camp Sunday. And this was a preview. This is a preview of what's to come here in Jacksonville. This is what we did in Tallahassee. So,
what's going on, world? It's your boy James Coleman.
I hate the fact that he uses music,
AKA Big Game James _36 on your social medias. This is my 5th annual community give back weekend, and we always end it with a football camp. I just love to be able to see these young men go out here, work hard with some pillars in the community.
Sticking to the code, all these for the street.
I like it now. I don't know if it's I don't like that. I like
ain't gonna wake up at these seats.
I turn it with Kendrick Lamar.
And the model still the same. Ball like I won a championship game. You know these they gon' for a name. I put her on the game. She get for a chain. Got your girl in this girl on
Kendrick Lamar.
I got surf in this, turn up in this, everybody earth in this, earth in this, all these pointers on me, baby, you know it's game time. bring a friend. We met the same time. I'm a different, no, we not the same kind. We can have that
What
look.
was that song with
Ain't
Future
mine.
and Kendrick that came out a few years ago? It's a great.
We'll get it.
It was a great. It's a great song. It's not March Madness.
That song though has a dude at the very end. Who's at the very end of that song?
March Madness?
This song that was just playing in the background. Kendrick. They cut his verse out at the very end. I was like, oh,
Man, damn, it bothers me.
yeah, they don't got it in chat right now.
No, it's not in the chat, man. I'm supposed to have this right now, man. We got some go-nos. Some of the students starting to return. George is talking that talk. Oh, what's up, Grant? I got to come out there. Grant asked me when I'm coming out there to do the whistle, the tradition. I got to find out a good time to get out there and just videotape it because I don't want to be bad luck. Like, ever since I've done, for those who don't know, ever since I blew the whistle, Florida State has won 18 regular season games in 2 years. It has got nothing to do with Mike Norvell. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. It's got everything to do with me blowing the whistle. So like 18 regular season games in a row. What does that mean? We're 20. No, we were 10 and 13. So we're 23-4 since I've blown the whistle. So I hate to I'm not into bragging or anything.
Just saying.
But I'm just saying, go on to the next thing, sir. Because we are gonna have that. Oh, this is a good question. Everybody thinks that we're taking it too far with this guy, the quarterback, Kirk Herbstreit. And I don't think we're taking it far enough, personally. Maybe some people have threatened him. They've threatened his dog, definitely. But, he's not in any harm. His dog is corny. He always posts that dog, and nobody cared. The dog is not, this is just nobody, the dog didn't do anything. Except for he was affiliated with, but when in war, nobody goes and says, that guy was just an innocent bystander. No, they weren't. They were on the wrong side. And the dog was on the wrong side of history. So fuck that dog, man. But he asked in only the way that a lawyer can, is we got it up there blown up. Yeah. So going over into London, should we take this as far as we're taking FSU fans? I mean, if you're a non-FSU fan, feel free in the chat to state your purpose. I don't care. A certain pod suggested that when FSU fans show up to Ireland, perhaps they would be doing more damage than good to FSU brand if they were to give Kirk a hard time for the college football playoff snub. As someone going with an interest in representing, the FSU fandom, what do you say? What do y'all say? Should they just let bygones be bygones? History, just let it go? Or let them have it? I believe we should just, I am of the ilk of let them have it.
Yeah, it's not going to be that bad.
We can forgive and not forget. There's nothing better than rubbing it in someone's face. I want them to know that we're still upset. We've only been undefeated in the regular season so many times. And he took that away from us. He took our opportunity to be great. And who knows, now I'm playing as a coach who has won 4 national championships, man, that is a grind. You guys don't understand what it's like. You got to recruit, and then you got to prepare your team, and you're going to different places. It's not like we just going to the Orange Bowl. I've had to go from the Orange Bowl one week to Pasadena the next week, and then play in the next. That's 3 extra. That's a 16-week. That's an NFL season. It's about keeping your team healthy. It's about keeping them motivated. It's you got finals. You guys don't like Kirk don't know about these. Kirk don't know about this. He didn't win. He wasn't winning when he was at Ohio State. And we got to let him know, like, dog, you might have taken our only opportunity. And as Tilda said, the dog is collateral damage. Like, I just wish if you were bold enough. The problem is Kirk will go respond to the person with 50 tweets. 50 followers and say they're being mean to me. Yes, the person with 50 followers and a pet as this avatar, that's their sole purpose in life. But I don't think we should just leave it at Kirk. I think we should get everybody. Like Kirk, even Lee Corso, if his old ass is up there, he picked the wrong side. I know you were a former Noel, but Lee, you roll with the ops. I know you don't know where you're at. Lee Corso about bad as Biden in 4-5 right now. He just as old as them. He don't know what the fuck going on. Like, nah, man. Bump that. Fuck them. If you see him on Ireland streets, I don't even know what. Like, throw some corned beef hash at him. I don't know if is that Irish? Is that Irish or is that Scottish? What are they? Some fish and chips.
I don't know. Saying potato would be racist.
I like potatoes. But I do know that's all they had to eat at one point or something like that.
And then a potato can hurt.
Well, a boiled potato. Like don't throw a fresh potato at them. Like blanch it a little bit.
Okay, we don't want to accept any charges for whatever y'all.
Yeah. The views expressed. Goes back to my days where I offered put a hit out on Coach Hamilton, the basketball coach. But he started balling. He started doing good. Technically, I did. I just said if somebody happens to bump into him, like I don't want to unalive him. He's a good person. But like you're driving, he's walking like on Pensacola Street, and you just happen to tap him. Send me the proof. We may give you $5,000. You may be compensated for some of your time. But then we started winning. Now I just need them to gracefully bow out. It's that time. Tomatoes would work too. Nope. This is what I want. This is the only way that I'll be satisfied. Is Luca Brasi style. Kirk likes his dogs. And Kirk decided that he didn't want us to be in the playoff. So we must cut the head off.
Oh my God!
And put the dog's head at the foot of the sheets.
I mean, one way or another, we would be getting demonetized.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that because I don't want Peter I don't want Peter in my comments. Somebody's going to be in my comments and completely misunderstand. Somehow, I'm going to hate black people for that comment. I don't know how, but somehow, like. Somebody's going to take that and be like, you know what, I knew James didn't like black people because he wants to harm dogs. But,
I mean, Vic.
You know what? That's still troubling. One of the best, Jeezy had a built like a pit, a killer like Vic. That was, I don't know why that's hilarious to me, but it is. But anyways, on to the next thing. I woke up this morning with some great news. Some stuff makes you proud to be a Seminole. Nothing more than being I guess this is actually, well, I keep getting good news. As of 8:32 p.m., your boy is credentialed again for like the 10th year in a row, damn near. Jaguars Media. I'm legit. They approved my press box credentials. I can go pick them up. What does it say? On Friday. Probably go slide by there. Do I want that? Okay, yeah, I want to go get that. That's how I get into the Kansas City game. And we play the Bucks next weekend? Oh, hell yeah. I gotta get nephew. Nephew was down there balling with Tampa Bay. Kalen DeLoach.
Oh, word?
Man, Kalen out there is like he has that great smile. It's awesome. I gotta catch up with him. I gotta make sure. I'm gonna call him. You think he'll answer? Nah, he can't. I'm not gonna do that to him. I love just calling people randomly and then they answer and shit. But this morning, I woke up and I normally don't check my emails like this. this. But, you know, I got it at 8:01. And I'll say, hey, hello. Oh, it's more than just me. No, I don't know who these other people are. But I know I'm in it. It was me and 4 other people in it, 5 other people in the email, or 4 other people, 5 total. Hello, I hope you're doing well. I am following up with you regarding the Florida State University National Black Alumni Incorporated 2024 Black Alumni Homecoming. Before anybody gets crazy, you can be white and come to the you're invited to the cookout, okay? Like, don't do that shit that people do. Like, why has it got to be black? Because it is.
I mean, I feel like you said black like 3 times in that.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
They might be suddenly.
Yeah, suddenly, like, listen, man, some of them.
Your white girlfriend.
No, you can bring your white girlfriend. My homegirl, Erica McIntosh, she's lighter than most of the white people I know. Like, guys, to be honest with you, as long as you don't start. Oh, my goodness, I just thought about it. It's this skit from this show where there's this white lady dressed in kente cloth. Oh, and then the light-skinned dude that plays in like all the movies, and he's dressed like he's a hotep, and they're just like their speech like, "Hello, my pharaoh." I don't want to be. Don't call me no black king no more. I'm getting awards now. I'm a pharaoh.
Oh my!
And I also want by my hoteps, by black people. This is for us. This is for us. There are other cultures that were prominent and powerful in Africa. Outside of the Egyptians. We are not all fucking Egyptians. So just want to put that out there a little bit. Anyways, so on behalf of the FSU BA national officers, congratulations on being selected as our 2024 James J.T. Thomas Heart of a Champion Award. This award represents the highest honor bestowed upon our FSU Black alumni as well as former student athletes. The FSU BA Annual Awards of Distinction will be held on Sunday, September 15th at 10:30 a.m. at the FSU Alumni Center. Therefore, we request that you and your guests arrive by 10 a.m., but no later than 10:15. Additionally, we would like to include your headshot in the program booklet. Please send over a headshot for that purpose. We look forward to seeing you during the Black Alumni 2024 Homecoming Reunion. If you have any questions, feel free. I think so J.T. Thomas is one of the original 4 black players at Florida State. So, like, that's a pretty big fucking deal. Like, and he played in 4 Super Bowls. He was a badass motherfucker, and that's a dope award that I got. Don't know why I got it. Guys like me don't typically get those exemplary awards and shit like that because I say things like shit like that. And I'm not Myron Roll. Like, so
5 minutes ago.
Yeah. But like, Myron's not talking about is it racist to throw potatoes at people in Ireland? Yeah. Like, they're not touching those topics, man. What was somebody actually said? One of the guys were like, man, coach, I mean, they'd be like, I always see you on my TikTok feed. Like, why people will see so I take the shorts and I'll put them on TikTok or they'll see it on IG. TikTok. They'll see it somewhere everywhere and they'll be like,
yeah, I don't know how. I mean, eventually a parent has to come across and be like,
oh, they've all seen it.
Oh, wow.
Like people have this thing about me. They were terrified. They were terrified I'm gonna say whatever's on my mind, which is not always true. I don't say what's on my mind all the time. That's because what's the first thing on my mind sometimes is really not for public consumption. I don't want any harm to be done by people, but speaking of which, these are my kind of kids. These are the kind of kids that I think when I think society's going in a bad place, I look at certain things and I think, man, if the world needs more of these. And so it starts off as a situation where you just see a bunch of badass kids and you think those badass kids are going to do something bad, but then they do something bad and good. So let's check this out.
turn it off the hood because I'm gonna break the hood back because that was just hi, someone literally just sold your package like 2 minutes ago. Oh, snap. Thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Have a good day. You too.
What?
Wait for it. Can you hear it? You don't hear the ambulance?
Oh, I do hear it now.
I'm the only thing I can think in this situation is that the kids were probably going to rob somebody anyway. And then they saw this guy rob the UPS person. And they said, you know what? The ambulance needs to be on alert too. So they went down and just unalived the guy. It just said, hey, here's your package. Here's your package back. Here's your package back. And then next thing you know, I'm just saying, like, this is.
There's no way those kids would be.
But did you hear?
Psychotic.
Did you hear the ambulance? The ambulance wasn't doing anything until the kids went and got the package back.
I was surprised they caught that boy.
Do you want the package or do you not want the package, man? Yes, there's a little blood on it. Don't ask questions that you don't want to know the answers to. Just know your package is safe. This is what we need more. Bump neighborhood watch. This is what we need. We just need kids roaming around, patrolling, making sure people don't get their stuff stolen.
That's a serious fence on that. What building there is? I mean, like, what is she guarding?
Who knows? But kids. Those kids more than likely.
It's got to be over 6 feet.
Olympics is doing good. We're going to probably win the gold medal and the medal awards. Again, American exceptionalism. Except for you people who don't want to watch the Olympics for whatever reason. I think you're running out of reasons to lie about why you don't like it. I thought this was the 4x400, but this is the actual open 4. Quincy Hall needs to be one of America's darlings because he's out there with a mouthful of gold teeth. Just doing it hood. He ran everybody down. He was so far back. It definitely was no chance for him to win. And this man walked everybody in and won. Actually, relatively, it was close, but pretty good. This is the back half of that 400 meter open run. Love the Olympics. It's just such a great time every 4 years. I love the Olympics, man. I don't care what anybody says, man. Fuck y'all if you don't like it. I wasn't going to Ireland, and part of it was because I didn't think it's just tough. It's not a place you want to visit for a couple of days, but Ireland's got some representation. And, and other countries don't call it DEI. They just call it love. I definitely did not. This is not Irish coffee right here, baby. This is pure. Her genes is pure.
Wow.
I did not know they made them like that over there in Ireland.
That's like the 5th wow I said. The first was unintentional. I forgot it was on mic.
I mean,
wow. Oh my God. I mean, man. Yeah. That ain't potatoes. Man, out of here.
That
from
ain't
Ireland.
Like but the funny thing is that why can't we be like other countries? We're what other countries mimic. That ain't from Ireland, man.
Down dogs.
Like that is maybe like a African had to do an exchange program or something in Ireland, but that ain't she Irish like I'm Slavic. Like I got more Irish in me than she ever could, dog.
Honestly, they're just catching up to us. They're realizing the game, so they're like, maybe if we want to have a chance. I mean, do you think Ireland's winning many track meets based off of their, heritage? They gonna get some recruits up there,
without a doubt.
Damn, but they choose a bad recruit.
Sweden's doing the same. Sweden went and picked one of ours. Plucked one. They want to go. So we've been doing a lot of pole vaulting. A lot of people like the pole. Blocked by was it pole on pole or something like that? People like that. And then they're not liking the Vlad the Impaler one as much. But here's one that you will like. Mondo Duplantis is an American. Dual citizenship. His mother's from Sweden. So he's representing his mom and just the balls to go this high. But just watching, like the way he runs, this bitch know he wants. Like somebody was like, when I scored against Miami, they were like, "Man, what was what was your initial reaction? Don't get my ass whooped by the offensive line. Like, let me get out of here." Because everybody shoves you and they hit you. And you're like, yo, y'all are hitting me harder than the play.
I do see that when they hit each other on the helmets. Like, what? I just want one time someone to be knocked out from a celebratory hit across the helmet.
Like, or think about the Grammaticas with the kicking family, and a guy was celebrating too much and he tore his ACL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I love that. I thought that was cool though. Randomness. Sometimes, you could become an icon for. Like, I like the fact that I talk a lot of trash and then people like see me and they're like, oh, whoa. I'm a little larger than. Like, I don't know why people think I'm small, but I guess I don't know why people think I'm small, but think like I think people are big sometimes when they speak from the places at which they are. You couldn't tell me that. I didn't think Joe Rogan was Shaq's height. I didn't think Joe Rogan was Shaq's height. But at the same time, I didn't know Joe Rogan was built like a little person. The man's built like Kaleo or Kaleo. What's the thing? He's built like Arthur. So many things make sense now.
This is not how
so many things make sense with how the stances he takes and a lot of the other stuff.
This is a really good Photoshop. How they Photoshop the TV picture?
You think that's him? He has a special one. He has a comedy special, man. That's not Joe Rogan. Is that not Joe Rogan? Are you saying? Hold on. No, Elon would not let this fly that long. Hold on. There's got to be community notes. There's got to be community notes.
Oh.
Everybody who I see that talks like mad shit, this is just how I view them. Like, that face too. Like the position. You see the other hand from the arm.
Yeah.
He's got the colors though, man. He's got the same one.
I don't think he was even wearing this outfit. This is not a nonsense outfit.
When I see people say it's like it's not the Cleveland show. You ever watch the Cleveland show? The white guy that's short that has the big Jeep. I didn't know that was Joe Rogan. I didn't know that was an inspired character.
Yeah, oh no, this outfit might have been real. No, it couldn't.
No, I think that's Joe Rogan. Like when I see the face, when they put the little meme where people do little fruity stuff, men for Kamala Harris, and they got the man like that's what you look like. You look like Joe Rogan. I'm not saying that you shouldn't post that or that it's not funny, but I'm like,
shoot, he really wears those colors,
bro. Like
it's
Joe,
not that, but it's the internet is undefeated.
Joe Rogan, and he's dressed like it's crazy. One, I don't trust anybody. You got to have facial hair. I'm sorry, unless you're in the military, like you need to have facial hair. Like men without facial hair cannot be trusted.
I can agree with that.
George said,
yeah, I seen the real. He really has the Arthur colors on, but
they really got that man look like white Kevin Hart, man.
I don't know who did this outfit, but he's not small like he said white Kevin.
He's 5'7" though.
He got I could see that.
He's 5'7", so he's not large. Like,
oh my gosh, that picture is too much. I can't.
I'm sorry, man. People gave me this. Okay, I get it. I'm sorry, my guy Jose. All right, this is why people think I'm against concern. It's not that I'm against because that shit's funny, dog. I don't care what anybody is. I like Joe Rogan's show, even if Joe Rogan's gonna allow BS on both sides. And
I like Joe Rogan.
Oh man,
I just don't. I think people's problem with Joe Rogan is certain people started to take him as like a god.
Yes,
follow we're all just clowns on the internet.
Exactly. Like very few people Like the only one was for the fact that he gave Terrence Howard a platform shows he's a nice guy. But did you see the guy checking Terrence Howard? Like basically like.
But here's my thing with that. That guy checked Terrence Howard in a way that we know Terrence Howard was getting checked. But let's be honest. We don't know physics.
No, we don't.
We don't
but Terrence doesn't either. And here's what I don't want to hear. Like, but my problem isn't that I don't know physics. I know you don't know physics.
Right. Right.
And you're telling me that we're not thinking, and you're telling me that I'm a sheep when like somebody had to teach you that dumbass. It's like the it's not Happy Gilmore. Which show is it? Like that was the dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my life. At no point in your nonsensical rambling did you make any kind of sense. Like we are all dumber for having had listened to you. I award you 0 points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Like that's really what I want. It's like when I see Neil deGrasse Tyson come in, right? I know there's not a subject I don't even football. If Neil deGrasse Tyson wants to talk about football, I'm going to shut up and listen to him. That's what I do. I don't know what you know. I want to listen and learn, and that makes sense. So now I can go do more research. That's me. I'm smart enough to realize that. There are not enough people who are smart enough to realize that. The one thing I'm also smart enough to realize that, and what really drives me, I am about right being right, and I'm about wrong being wrong. What is that?
He looks like Crazy Legs from Dopey and Menace. You remember the wheel?
That's one of my favorite. Of course, I remember Crazy Legs. He was also in the Jamie Foxx show. It was one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite movies. It's a satire movie.
It's a funny ass character.
It was.
Didn't he get shot?
Shot in the legs.
He was all right.
And he wanted to be. He lost his dream of being a famous break dancer.
Oh, what a time!
Oh, you definitely can't do that now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what Brian's talking about? Oh Lord. So one thing I'm not gonna do is I don't like hypocrisy. I'm gonna tell you guys this is what happens, people. Coaches recruit at every level, whether it's implied or whether it's explicit. Recruiting happens. Pop Warner, middle school, high school. Matter of fact, it's funny because my son's jamboree is next week, and he'll have to go up against a team that actually recruited my son to play. For they boosters for Florida State. They sent a long ass message. I just forgot. The man sent me a message in February, man. Come on, dog. All right, my world is crazy, dog. Like I only remembered it because TJ brought it up the other day, but she's picked the wrong school. I mean, wrong Pop Warner Park. This high school coach, and this is Virtue Center. Coach Chaz Fernandad Sr. That can't be his real
name. Fernandad?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Nah, that's his real name. Like he's black.
That's wild.
I believe he's good. I'm saying this before, like I believe he's a good guy. I believe he's about kids. Not the kids. I believe he's about kids. And I'm treading lightly because he coaches at a school that one of my friends coaches at. Kell High School in the Atlanta area, Marietta, Georgia.
You didn't even have to say it. You don't put this man out.
Well, you put the damn tweet up there. Like the tweet is up there. So Chaz seems to be a good dude. He's well-meaning. He's got a bald head. I don't know if that means it, but it just seems like most black coaches with bald heads are trustworthy. He doesn't have facial hair, though. Remember, that's the thing. It's a little nerve-wracking. He tweets out, deleting a kid's whole huddle profile instead of letting him move it to his new team when he transferred. But we about the kids, though.
That sounds petty.
Delete, you goddamn right it's petty. I'm going to delete the kids' huddle. You're not on my team anymore. The huddle is for my team. You left my school to go to another school. You let them help you get recruited then. Not finna be here, man. I put all this. They get paid real money in Georgia. In Florida, you think you gonna have your huddle profile? Because bullshit.
Does it? But
you better go clip them huddle clips. You better go. Like, that's what bothers me is that, coach, you know why they deleted the huddle profile. They didn't just go out there and just say, man, it's Tuesday. I don't like this kid. I'm going to delete his huddle profile. They deleted it because he's not on this team. And more than likely, one of y'all convinced that kid that it's better, the grass is greener on that side. That's why he left. That's why they're doing that. And coaches are human too.
I mean, damn.
And it probably wasn't one of the sorry players.
I mean, because, like, is the huddle not attached to his name? It's attached to your school?
Yeah, so you do have a profile. The film is owned by the school that you're at. So if you leave that school, they don't have to give you that shit anymore.
I mean, could you
strip the huddle yourself? Strip the
that's what I'm saying.
You had all summer to do this. You knew you weren't going back to that other school. The fact that they just did it is showing that they're about the kid. The minute I find out, when we had a kid that left to go to our rival school, the Stingrays. Man, but he ended up coming back. He was just trying to say he goes back and forth. Actually, now that I think about it, is C.B.S.? I think C.B.S. did. I don't know. Whatever. Bottom line is he tries to blame his mom. But bottom line is our kids are going to tell you the truth. We were swimming in the pool. They say stingray. They were just like, stingrays can't swim in chlorine.
Yeah.
They was stalling. They was just we like stall them out, man. Stall them out, bro. Nah, dog. You want to go to the rival, bro? Like, they come up to you, dog. What's wrong with you, man? You want to transfer? Now you can transfer in.
Oh my!
You transfer out. We believe. Like, you got to think. So I played at Florida State. I believe in rivalries. Monster played at Florida State. He believes in rivalries. Every one of our coaches that came from a major D, we believe in rivalries. We hold this to be true. We believe, like, me and Monster were a part of a program that ran to the 50-yard line and stomped on logos. And then turned our back. And then turned our back to you and put our helmets in the air and walked off to the good, the bad, and the ugly. Saying, if you want something, in warm-ups, Trick Daddy, let's go. If you want something, come get some. Because where I'm from, we told big guns. Like, we was ready about it. So we're imparting this into kids in our Mandarin University. So, but again, if a kid leaves, free country, do your thing. That being said,
I mean, damn, no.
Fuck them kids, man. And the parents, bro. Like, nah, dog, you're not finna, like, just, what? He took Billy. How is he gonna go to college? I don't know. Ask the new coaches.
That is, come on. You guys are grimy. This football world.
Now, if it's a kid, but I'm saying, like, the problem is that parents want to be very loud when they leave. I mean, loud when they get to their destination, but whisper when they leave. What if we had plans for you? What if we literally did some things to help get you in the position?
So what if it was like a third string player?
Oh, man, you know, whatever. Some kids, I'll be like, you know what? Hey, man, you know what, bro? We only got one quarterback position. This kid is pretty good. I get it. Leave, go do your thing. Right. Not mad at it. But if it's like the second string DB to a guy who's a senior, and like I expected you to, man, we'd have poured all this shit. Take the worst. If I took you to your home, because that's the worst. And I feel bad sometimes because, like, sometimes I have to record. So, like, I got to be home at 6. And somebody's bringing Trey home for Pop Warner practice. And the worst thing you could do is come home, drop somebody off, and there's 3 cars in the driveway. You like, man, one of y'all could have came and got this kid. Let me have taken that kid to fucking to his home. Man, I'm egging his house. Egging his house.
It's so different than I thought it was.
Nah, man, it is about the kids. It's about the kids, but it's also about the energy, man. I get paid $1,440 funky ass dollars the Friday, the Wednesday before Black Friday. You gonna just leave? Oh, nah. I will fight the guy who I put up there, like B5, Bryson Wright, Kobe Wright, big ass. I will fight Kobe if he leaves with Bryson. All the energy we put into him, that, and he's really good. Like, nah, you got to see me, coach. Somebody got to see me if you take that kid from out of this pro. If he's moving, he's going to IMG or somewhere far, far away from here.
Now I really understand those guys who were like, fuck you, Kermani, when they were super mad. You can't leave the school.
Nah, you could, like, Kermani was like, they ain't in it. They ain't involved. This is coaches. If Deion want to say fuck you, Kermani, I get it. I don't get everybody else saying that.
Yeah, that was crazy to me. But now it's making more, but I get that. Deion not being the coach, they were just fanning.
Like, you're just a fan. There's no need. But like,
skin in the game.
But even then, we're not bad. But don't put so that's what we doing? We deleting the huddles? Yes. Yes, we're deleting huddles. I am not paying for that kid's huddle film to be on part of my program.
At the end of the day, he should have stripped it already.
Should have stripped it already, man.
Been nice to give him a warning, like, hey, we taking this off.
You didn't give him a warning that he was leaving to come to Kel? No, like, you live by the sword, die by the sword, man. I hate when people you wanted to be one way. Nah, man, you want to become an op. Be an op. Be an op all the way.
Them kids are hilarious. They say,
nah, man. And I hate when coaches be virtue signaling and stuff like that. Like, oh, it's supposed to be about the kids. Well, then you encourage him to stay where the fuck he at, then. And you know what? He would have some huddle film. But apparently he's good enough to come play for you. So, like, then if you don't put that man in some burnt orange and have him out there doing some drills so that the coaches could come. Anyways. I got a video. What chat? Like, what if you found out? I mean, let me send this to you, Miles, and you put it up somehow. If you found out that your kid was getting baptized, or if your son came home and said, "Hey, Dad, I got baptized today in practice," what would you think that meant?
He would have to explain right away.
Like, baptism could mean a multitude of things.
He better have gotten hit really hard.
Yeah, like, you get hit real hard, yeah. And, you just so happen to, like, get folded and, hey, sometimes that's what baptism, if that's what my mind originally went. But apparently they give him full-fledged baptisms in schools in Brevard County. Mind you, I thought that was highly illegal. I was trying to find it. Because you can't, and again, I'm not here to judge anybody for any of that stuff. But when I heard it, I was just like, yo, they don't even, like, we can't even lead prayer. Like, any kind of prayer. Like, the kids can lead prayer. We could be a part of it, but we can't be the ones saying, bow your heads, let me pray for you guys, let me do this, let me do that. That's, whether you believe it should be or not.
Right.
Oh, I just sent it to you, Miles. I don't know if you can send it up. But my buddy was telling me about this. And I said I would have a problem if my son got, like, either way, I would have a problem. I don't want my son getting baptized. I texted to you. I don't want my son getting baptized. And, like, not that he can't. Well, one baptism, there has to be some learning involved in that, I believe. Like, that should be you should, and he's not, like, the adults should be able to talk. So I wouldn't be opposed to it. The other one, I don't consent to that. Like, I don't want you getting folded, son. I need you to, like fight for your rights to, like, be there, belong. Like, don't let another man impose his will on you. But while Miles is pulling that up, I should have probably started with this first. Miles got the video for that, but I don't know what's worse. That's or having my son say I got humped in practice today. That
gross.
Like, so Hoover, Alabama, You got well, guess whatever you. If you got the Hoover one up first, we'll go there. Hoover, Alabama. They've obtained video showing Hoover coaches hump and push down Bucks players at practice.
Why are they saying? Oh.
The incidents. There's pictures. The incidents have led to HC Drew Gilmer and DC Adam Helms being placed under investigation. So there's some pictures. That first one there. I don't know if this is going to demonetize us.
Hump is a specific,
but that doesn't look. That looks worse than a hump. That looks like fellatio, and imposed. Now one guy is laying down.
Yeah, he just
is somebody behind him
or under him.
Or under him?
He's a big guy. This is ridiculous. Is he?
Why is?
I'm not even gonna say what this looks like, but wow,
what the hell is going on in Alabama? I thought y'all told me Alabama, they know boys are for girls and girls are for boys.
Am I?
This looks pedophilia.
Floyd and this man, this doesn't look good at all.
There's nothing about this that looks good. But I know I don't know what's going on with these coaches these days. But y'all gotta chill out. Oh, let me see. If you go click on the article, Miles, it might actually have more video. Well, they got to get their payment. They got to get their money in. I sure do hate that, man. They going to get them on commercials in.
Yeah, thanks. Yep. I'm waiting for it right now. God, we ain't no a skip.
Yeah, like give me the 5-second thing.
But that's pretty wild. God. Article now.
But yeah, I don't know. Oh my God, Fatal Jedi. They are a good team though. Luke put their Hoover is an amazing team, and is this what it takes to be great? I ain't got it in me, dog. I don't have it in me. Okay. Boom. So okay, that was a player. That kid clearly got baptized. And then they take his helmet. Is he?
Whoa! What is going on?
Oh! Did he punch the kid?
Rip the helmet off the boy. Yeah, nah, because I'm gonna have to put my hand.
See, this is this hype. Yeah, man.
This one kind of I don't want to laugh, but I mean, what the?
Hey, man. Like, what do you say? Like, what do we say in these situations? That wasn't me. That wasn't the real me. I allow my tempers to flare. They
always seem to find the right one because one of these kids would hit them.
Like the big kid, you can tell that's a single parent home with a mom. That's her big baby,
right? Because
that ain't happening.
Yeah.
With a father, they are not trying to do with a solid father figure in his life. Like you got to show me a real one. Like okay, the other one, the hump, that is bad too.
Right.
We will have a conversation about that. But you run over and you pop my kid in the head and you snatch that helmet off of his head, bro, I will whoop your ass.
I'm gonna do your head like that helmet. There's no way. Because I can't. This is sick.
Like, I talk a lot of shit, right? And I tell my kids, if they ever get to the point where they feeling froggy, please jump. Because I'm looking for a reason to not come out of this motherfucker again. But it's a lot that goes to it. And I already know when I whoop your ass, you're going to go tell your dad.
Right.
I'm going to go to my car. I'm going to have my pistol with me. But if your dad would like to get his ass whooped too, this could be a family affair. And I'm going to explain to him that you should discipline your child or I'll have to discipline you and your child. That was malice.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's not kid bucking up at you.
Yeah, like that kid was just minding his own business. Probably thinking about, man, I can't wait to get some of the cheese. Mommy bought the variety pack of Lay's with the cheese puffs in it. Man, this is finna be a great day. And then this happens, man. Nah, man, that's fucking bullying, dog. I don't like that shit. But just like the same thing about this, they got the baptism thing up.
Oh, I bring it back.
Like this is wow. Like that just like what was going on, man? And what are the other male coaches? Everybody should be fired for being complicit.
Yeah, that's.
And they should go hire the other guy that cheated. All the other guy did was cheat on his wife and have two families in the same city. No kids were ever harmed, and all he did was win football games. And you guys are like, no, we can't do that. What about the kids? We got to have good role models. Now you got coaches humping kids and snatching their helmets off. God. What about that? Now, here's what happened in Brevard County. And again, it's a crazy world. Like, when did being in the middle become such a bad thing? Like, why can't we just do normal shit? But anyways, let's push play.
Guys, make sure you take your cleats off. Don't get them in the cleats. You kind of put your cleats up.
All right, Nehemiah, we're going to baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bury with him in baptism.
It's a solid beard, though.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold him down long enough. I remember when I got baptized, Reverend R.B. Holmes held me in that bitch for like 10 seconds. He needed to make sure he knew some stuff was happening down the pipe. So we got to make sure we get all of that about him.
Now, I'm fine with this as long as the parents are.
The parents were involved, but there were no parents there. And I think that's that's crazy. That coaches would. I'm not risking the little bit of money that I have for the big amount of headache I'd get with this.
Yeah, I mean, what if I'm a Jewish player?
That part.
Muslim.
This that time of year when the preseason polls come out. I don't know. I know we didn't talk about this on Monday, but the college football coaches poll is out. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Georgia's the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Ohio State's number 2. Oregon's number 3. Texas is number 4. Alabama is number 5. Ole Miss is number 6. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish is 7. Michigan Wolverines at 8. Penn State Nittany Lions at 9. And rounding off your top 10 is the Florida State Seminoles. Notable guys that Florida State will see: Clemson is ranked 14th. Miami is ranked 19th. Nobody else that we play. So we have 3 teams in the top 25 currently that Florida State plays. Did you know Florida, I believe, has 8 teams in the top 25 that they play? Let me make sure I read that correctly. There's Georgia, there's Texas, there's Ole Miss, there's Florida State, there's Missouri, there's LSU, there's Tennessee, there's the University of Miami. Yeah. Wait a minute. They played Texas A&M, excuse me. Texas A&M would make it 9. I'm pretty sure they played Texas A&M this year, yeah. Damn, they got a pretty difficult-ass schedule.
Is there any positives or, for when you know you're going to suck to just put your schedule full of just axe murderers?
There's absolutely no. The only thing that's positive about that is the false claim that, well, it's the SEC. It's a difficult opponent every day. No. Just play your regular ass schedule. Like, no, dog, it's okay. Now, some of these teams are overrated. For example, Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Ole Miss. I'm trying to miss somebody. Yeah, there's 4 teams in the Big Ten and 4 teams in the SEC that are ranked in the top 10. And Notre Dame and FSU are the ones that aren't. Okay. That's just no. No, fuck that. Ole Miss ain't did shit to be consistently ranked in the top 10. Michigan, we're about to talk about Michigan. Penn State has a spark when they start, but then they just become garbage. Texas, we'll see what Sark is like now that he's back on the sauce. Now he got divorced from L'Oreal. Oh, wow. Oregon ain't never won shit. Ohio State, hey, respect. I have respect for them. Alabama, we'll see what they do without Dober. I mean, what they do with Dober, but it's a situation where that's it. But my guy Norvell Hood 305 puts, the only reason Miami is ranked is just in case UF wins, they can throw another SEC team into the rankings. A mid-off coming soon. Now, the mid-off is so hilarious. But here's when the guy comes in and says, you know what? I'm going to retort your comeback, your salacious comeback, with logic and understanding. The only reason FSU is ranked is based on what they accomplished last season. That team is nowhere near as talented to be ranked number 10 for real. Also, FSU will not make the 12-team playoff this season. Sounds really good, right? Except for the fact that he's a Miami fan. So if the only reason Florida State is ranked as high as they are is because of what happened last year and all those guys are gone, because that's what coaches rank their peers. This is the coaches poll, not the AP. Like the coaches that coach this game ranked Florida State that high. Why would Miami be ranked 19? I mean, based upon what they did last year, they weren't ranked. And based upon what they did last year, Florida State, I can understand why Florida State's not top 5. They got their ass drugged by Georgia. But they didn't lose to Rutgers, who most of the people watching this can't name a notable Rutgers alumni or who is the best Rutgers player returning next year. They're basing Miami's ranking, rightfully so, on having Cam Ward, on having Martinez, on having one of the top wide receivers coming in. It's a projection, and it's a projection based upon reasonable facts. But when you start trolling in a manner of this nature, it shows you just want to be heard. And this is why everybody doesn't deserve a platform. Like Elon, I really wish we would go back to, I am with Elon. You have to verify your identity on Twitter with your driver's license or passport or something, like to where we can give dumb people their proper just due.
I kind of like that idea.
Because when Facebook, you had to have a college email address, it was a much better, much more functional website. And it doesn't, no, it's no, Luke, there's no victim. His thing, like Luke's like, again, I want you to listen, Luke. This is what we're I like you. So, because we're talking with logic. This man said the only reason Florida State is ranked is because of what happened last season. And if that's his logic, Miami shouldn't be ranked at all. If that's why, now, if he had a better retort, fine. Because that's not why you rank Florida State top 10. That's not how any of this works. It is not just us. And now this is something where Florida State fans were quick to jump on this thing. And I'm like, hey, we're on this list as well. Showing that people hate us. But I think people hate us because of how bad of a fuss and stink that we made. The top 5 most overrated teams. And Canes, the USA Today people for Canes, they wrote an article about it. On that list, Michigan, Florida State, Missouri, Miami, Kansas, and Kansas are the top 5 most overrated teams. Damn, what was Kansas ranking? I don't know why Kansas. I've never Kansas in football. Man, I know I saw them. God damn, Kansas is 24. Like, Jesus Christ. They said that's overrated? Damn.
That's just a diss.
What did Kansas do to you motherfuckers, man? I get Florida State, Miami, Michigan, Missouri, those teams are all in the top 20, and they've been had some kind of meaningful success. But damn, Kansas Kansas is like, man, what the fuck did we do? What did he say fuck me for? That's what Kansas is saying right now. But again, list Twitter on all of that. But for those who want to know more about Florida State, what happened, I will be doing a camp report tomorrow around, I don't know, probably 1-ish, 2:30-ish again. We broke it down today. We were chopping it up about an hour and 10 minutes earlier, and then media group talked about some of the stuff that I saw flashing, some of the stuff that I thought was pretty cool. Shout out to George with the Renegade Report with the thumbnail. But if you would like to go check that out at another time. Please continue paying attention in this. Now, speaking of Kalu, was it Kalu or Kaleo or Kalu? Who's a bald-headed white kid that they had the cartoon about?
Oh, Caillou.
Caillou. Yeah, Caillou. Josh Pate. Josh Pate, man, I swear to God, man, I'm not even gonna hate on Josh Pate no more. If my shit gets together, bro, I'm Josh Pate. I'm just saying the most wildest shit that I could think of just so y'all can click the link.
I mean, he's following the greats.
All right, Stephen Brown. We headed to London on Saturday to get ready for 824. I'm with you, brother. But Josh Pate said if Florida were in the Big 12, they'd easily win the conference. So I couldn't believe it. Let's see if Josh Pate really said that. Then I'm going to pull. Matter of fact, let's pull Kansas' schedule since they're top 24.
I almost can't believe it. Now I know he's baiting because that don't even sound like something he would say.
Nah, we got him on 4K.
You are what your record says you are. You know, Florida could win the Big 12, right? If I just took them and plopped them in the Big 12, they could win the whole thing. And they would be a Power 4 conference champ. Instead, they have to essentially play the Kansas City Chiefs schedule. You are what your record says you are.
I don't understand. Why would
they're not beating Baylor? They're not beating BYU. They're not beating Iowa State. They're not beating Kansas State. They're not beating Houston. I don't think they'll be. I think TCU would be a game. I think West Virginia would be a game. Now, James, why are you just pulling it? That is Kansas Jayhawks schedule. There's not a team where you can say because Florida should have better talent. Florida should. Florida also lost to Vanderbilt. There is nowhere in the world that should happen. Like, miss me with that. This SEC elitism. Everybody is not great. It is not the Kansas City Chiefs schedule. It's a tough schedule. It's a stupid schedule. But it's not like it's unbeatable either. Like Alabama runs through this schedule. You don't get to say it with Florida. Florida's best player is a kid that they're not even counting on to play a down for that much this year. And that's the quarterback. But Mertz is the one who's going to have to go through and do his thing. Anybody with a microphone and a really cool backdrop, y'all guys give entirely too much credit to. Luke, I didn't want to say it, but you know what? I'm going to say it. Black Power. Florida couldn't beat Deion in Colorado. Man,
I'd love to watch it because I wouldn't.
That is some. I'm not even like that's a just. That's that you know what that didn't even roll off the tongue right. That just sounded like we can pick who James hates more. That's what that sounded like, man.
Oh well, we get to see Florida lose all next year, but we won't remember this. We won't remember what Josh Pate said.
We won't, and that's the thing that they bank on.
Yeah,
they'll forget. I'll just say anything.
Yeah, that's why I love you guys. Say anything. You say whatever you want. That's what I'm banking on with 90% of the cancelable things we say on this show. I'm just hoping one day when we hit stride, it'll just be gone.
Yeah, just delete. Burn the whole page. And start over again.
It won't be like this forever for you guys. So enjoy now.
Oh, when I get corporate, I'm gonna forget like all kinds of stuff. James, MFTK. What is this?
Mentors for
what is this MFTK that you speak of? Pilgrims? No. No, my dear. No, my dear lad. Oh man. You described one person that I'd fuck him with Magic's dick.
Yeah.
What is
those
that?
Ones,
What
those
is that?
Ones are crazy.
What does that mean, James? Listen, I don't know what you're implying, but if someone had some magic beans and they decided to go and do those different things, they could probably bless someone's life.
With a magical penis. Is that weird? Oh.
And here's the thing, though. That's why I know I could never run for office.
I mean,
they would never give me the grace they give 4-5.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe if you're his homie.
No, you see what he does to the black guys?
Yeah, I know. It never ends up.
It never ends up well. Like, they don't.
Wondering,
like, why do they keep doing? I'm not saying that you can't vote for him or whatever and beat. I'm just like, Ben Carson sounds like he had a lobotomy. Right. Tim Scott is in a marriage that he doesn't want to be in.
Can we all admit both sides? Herschel Walker was crazy too stupid. He was crazy too dumb.
Oh man, Herschel Walker out here just saying shit like
a box of rocks. He looks like a box of rocks.
You got tell you, and this is no disrespect. Herschel's one of the best running backs to ever run the ball.
He beat me up today.
Like, but great shape.
Yeah,
great shape. Not even thinking about it. Like, but I'm gonna tell you, politicians that I trust as black men, if your gums aren't in your gums got to be in order, man. Your gums got to be in order, dog. But
they're encroaching on your teeth.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. If your gums won't vote for your teeth, so your gums don't trust you. So that's why I can't trust you. But if you look at Herschel, like Herschel was out there campaigning without a tape up, and with the nappy widow's peak, like, and I don't really. It was wild. Like, at least Neil deGrasse Tyson is a black man who doesn't give a fuck about his edge up either, but because he keeps the widow's peak, which is wild. Eddie Munster, that's just wild in today's age. But like, he at least get that thing sharpened up though. So it's like
he's a genius.
It's so spiky. And then we accept it. He's not. I get it. He's kooky.
Yeah.
But man, Herschel was at that thing wilding, bro.
How could you vote for somebody who's clearly dumber than you by that many degrees? Like,
it's clearly
he's dumber than the average bear. You cannot put that man
because you can't say that. You can say that.
Oh, I'm like, you can't.
Everybody else can't say that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They can't.
Because he's black.
Can't call him.
You can't call him dumb. It's rules to this. They did a good. It was great. It was great. You can't treat him like the other Negroes because he's not like the other Negroes. That's one of my favorite. Like, Django is fucking amazing, dog.
You knew the quotes before you saw.
Yeah, I was just watching them in the shorts, but like it was a year ago. I was in Miami for my godmother's funeral, and that's when I buckled down and I said, you know what, I'm going to. No, Django was on TV, so I actually watched it in the hotel, and it was great. And I looked all of the clips came through, and then I watched the guy who's the quickest draw.
Oh, it was the Netflix one.
The Ballad of
Oh, you're talking about Buster Scruggs.
Buster Scruggs, yeah, Buster Scruggs. That was wild too.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
It's great movies, man. Love these movies, man. But not around my it was so southern and like polite and like racist. Well, come on in and fix yourself. You get yourself something cold to drink or something like that.
I don't know who I like more, him, Samuel L. Jackson, or
Leonardo DiCaprio was too good, man.
Yeah,
like I almost thought, like, is he? It's so many great quotes because like that's what I would put my boy when my boy OJ sent me when Billy Napier first got to Florida and they were making all these lies, and he sent me he said, it's a lot of lies been told around this dinner table here tonight. I was like, that's such a great, so great. Like, it's so applicable for everything, so man. And then Samuel L. Jackson talking to Jamie, like when he's like, nah, they was gonna kill you. But I said, no, that's not good enough. They go send you down to the man.
I'm
Anyways.
looking at a clip right now. I don't even know which one. They just eat it up. I'm gonna watch this movie again.
Speaking of guys who got just sometimes just signed up for things that they shouldn't have signed up for,
Right.
and I think it's gonna really end well for this guy. But I don't like his teeth and his gums either, and he's weird to me.
It's a common trend today.
Michigan's new head coach, like,
Oh man,
is in a bad
He's one of us. He's
situation.
the fall guy.
I wonder if he knew this was coming, and Harbaugh was just like, "Let me get you this 5-6 mil real quick, and then when you get done, I'll come hire you over here."
I mean, when you put it in that perspective, it is still billions of dollars.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a lot.
He's gonna be okay.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. I was telling the kid the other day, like, when y'all laugh at coaches, he sucked. He's not good at anything in life. Wrong.
He's winning.
He's
more
winning
than
in
any
life.
of us.
Like, I used to tell people, Taggart, when I saw Taggart at the combine, man, skin was glowing. Teeth was just as bright as he was. Like, he didn't look stressed as the last time I saw him was right before they fired him going to at the Miami game. Like, he was stressed. He was going to work every day thinking like there was like he thought the Klan was in his backyard every day. Like, he thought they were coming to get him. This man was just like,
oh my gosh, you are so right.
you see it? The pictures before he came to Florida State.
This is looking like recently.
That man looked like that. That man looked like he is just, yeah.
He about to head to the DR if he's not already there.
Got his bread up. He's not recruiting right now. He doesn't have to recruit. And he coaches the most useless position coach in football. Coaches running backs.
Wow.
In the NFL.
Wow.
You either can run or you can't run at that point.
Yeah, you're just working through bodies, young bodies.
Man, yeah, they don't even want you developing. There ain't no 10-year running back career.
Right. It's crazy. CMC got what he got, but he's probably the last.
Tag out that thing just vibing, man.
Wow, he actually looks a lot.
When I saw him in the cigar lounge, and he was just cheesing.
Yeah, that was on his X, on his Twitter. Sorry.
Like, look at his teeth.
I know. He's kind of got. Nah, he's not there yet, but he's got, Idris Elba glasses. He got the shape. I could see it. The haircut.
He cares. He's a Florida boy.
Yeah. I'm happy for the man.
Man, just vibing. Ain't worried about nothing, man.
And even when they are coaching, you got to understand, you may get to the NFL or you may get injured. This man is getting millions of dollars without the CTE. I mean, they won.
Somebody brought up a good point. Had his old school Chevy in Rick Ross's car show.
Real?
Bruh.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that when he was with y'all.
He wanted to, like, it was wild. They talking about coaches at gun ranges. Like, they picking on our coach Pimp. We went to go shoot his guns and all. Oh, look at this, coaches. They're out here shooting weapons. And I'm like, bitch, you ain't 2A no more?
I know, right?
I thought we was 2A. But anyways, I'm not saying this is not a tag. But tag is also in the Harbaugh tree. So anything have tag coaches with John. And if John doesn't want him, he'll go with Jim. Like, Harbaughs take care of their colors. That is like their bastard son.
Has anybody gotten away the way he has? Just smooth, clean exit to the NFL. Don't have to deal with none of the avalanche he just caused.
Nah, man, yeah. When Tennessee got rid of Jeremy Pruitt, they had to fire him because he got him on probation. He was recruiting, giving people money in McDonald's bags.
Have they ever? Oh, so he did that punishment.
Oh, yeah. So they gave him the 2-year show call. No, they're just gonna give you a show call. So that's what we got here. So let's listen to what Mr. Over-Redenbacher has to say about Jim Harbaugh first. Because now everybody wants to care about Jim Harbaugh and all that. We knew about this shit last year, but nobody gave a fuck. They just let him go. Like, they deserve to be in the national championship. Fuck out of here. Go ahead.
It's an Oscar-winning performance, Craney. I mean, I had a lot of different emotions. I mean, I wanted to throw all kinds of adjectives up on the board. I wanted to label him as a pathological liar, as someone who is delusional. But I can't do it anymore because I think he in many ways is the Jack Nicholson of coaching. He's a man for all seasons. He has so many different lanes, and you really just can't get mad at the guy. He ran, you can't say he ran a program into the ground because they won the national championship. Yeah, he left a stench behind, but as we have said, it will get cleaned up with very little penalty. He's making a fortune with the Chargers. And I'm going to bow at the feet of Jim Harbaugh for pulling off this scam and then acting like he didn't do anything wrong.
That was extremely well put in every possible way. Neek, what was your reaction?
Oh, I wanted to hear Dominique. I like Dominique.
Foxworth.
Yeah,
That's
what.
So NCAA releases penalties for Michigan in its investigation over COVID dead period recruiting violations. This isn't even the signal stealing shit.
Wow.
They include hammering of Jim Harbaugh for violating recruiting and inducement rules, engaging in unethical conduct. A Division I committee on interactions panel determined former Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh violated recruiting and inducement rules, engaged in all that, failed to promote an atmosphere of compliance, and violated head coach's responsibilities, obligations, resulting in a 4-year show cause order. Basically, he's on a 4-year probation.
What?
Michigan and 5 individuals who currently or previously worked for the football program earlier reached an agreement with NCAA enforcement staff on violations concerning recruiting and coaching activities that occurred within the football program. The school also agreed that it failed to monitor the football program. The committee issued a statement on April 16th confirming resolution of the case. The committee's bifurcation of the case permitted that the parties to immediately begin serving their penalties while awaiting the committee's final decision on the remaining contested portion of the case. Harbaugh was not a part of that agreement, so his case was resolved separately. Today, the committee issued its decision resolving that portion of the case. Underlying violations in this case centered around impermissible recruiting contacts and inducement during COVID-19 dead period. Throughout the investigation, Harbaugh denied his involvement in violations, which were overwhelmingly supported by the record. Harbaugh also refused to participate in the hearing before the committee. Harbaugh's violations of COVID-19 dead period are level 2 violations, but his unethical conduct and failure to cooperate with the membership's infractions process, specifically his provision of false or misleading information, is a level 1 violation. Head coaches are presumed responsible for violations that occur within their program. Due to Harbaugh's personal involvement in the violations and his failure to monitor his staff, he could not rebut the presumption resulting in the violation of the head coach's responsibility. Basically, he knew people was doing bad shit, and he did nothing to stop that bad shit. Now, his attorney, for those, Tom Mars Law, for those who might be curious about the tactics used by NCAA enforcement, here's the factual basis for the NCAA's allegation that Coach Harbaugh failed to cooperate in their investigation of Connor Stalions by not producing his personal emails and text messages.
Oh, wow.
Basically, they dropped something on him. There are 6,199 emails in the file I have been given access to. Gave me a tutorial yesterday afternoon on how to review and search the emails. The software does not allow one to search for and designate as privileged confidential emails that were sent to or received for a particular reason. Therefore, a review of the emails will require a review of each individual email and any attachments. Assuming it takes 30 seconds on average to do that, it will take me roughly 51 hours to review the emails. My review of these 6,199 emails will cause Coach Harbaugh to incur legal fees in excess of $38,000, not to mention what it will cost to have to review the rest of the text messages and phone call logs that are attached with the university's Verizon billing system. In any event, I have other pressing matters I have to deal with in the coming weeks, including the submission of a lengthy expert witness report in complex federal court case where I'll be testifying as an expert witness. My calendar is coming in the coming weeks is not a lot. Basically, he's saying I'm a busy ass motherfucking attorney. How dare you give me 6,200 emails and expect me to read this shit over?
$38,000. Jay Smith said, "Don't forget you own my hat." I don't know who Jay Smith
Oh, my bad. JRM FSU. We got a new den mate. That's what's up. Joseph Harris put welcome Pilgrim. Bottom line is Tom Mars is also extremely petty. So Tom Mars does come off the top rope. And what you were saying, Miles, what would you do? Jim Harbaugh's attorney, Tom Mars, off the top rope, responding to the NCAA punishment. The way I see it, from Coach Harbaugh's perspective, today's decision is like being in college and getting a letter from your high school saying you've been suspended because you didn't sign the yearbook. If I were in Coach Harbaugh's shoes and had an $80 million contract as head coach of the Chargers, I wouldn't pay any attention to the findings of a kangaroo court which claims to represent the principles of the nation's most flagrant repeat violator of the federal antitrust laws.
I mean, at some point, the NCAA is the NFL's minor league. You got to protect that at some this becomes a trend.
The NFL don't give one flying fuck about the NCAA. All they care about is wins. They knew all of this stuff was happening with Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh's family is royalty in the NFL.
That's true.
One thing the Shield is going to do is protect the Shield. Period. That being said, man, I appreciate you guys for coming on Wednesday. What we will do is on Friday, we will find a very good way to be able to take in all of your information, you guys' information, so that guys who are listening to the show can go in and add your own email address or your whatever your username is on YouTube. We're only going to put it on the YouTube, and if you don't answer in a timely manner on the YouTube, you will not get the bread. Like, just period. It is what it is. But we will find you. We will give it away. Appreciate you getting us to 6,000 subscribers. Is one of the big ways that the algorithm allows our stuff to be put in multiple places. Please continue to click the like button. Go look at the YouTube shorts or on the IGs or the different things. Please just push the like button and push the play button in the background. A like don't do nothing doesn't cost you anything unless you're a hater. But on that note, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.